I will never tell you my name, because I was just a soldier, a Roman soldier. Obedience was my religion, and orders were my life. From childhood, I was taught that mercy has no place in war, and a soldier who feels too much does not survive very long. I had seen many people die, but that day, what I witnessed changed my entire life. The city was overflowing with people. Some were laughing, some were shouting, some had come only to watch a spectacle. We were ordered to execute 3 criminals. 2 of them were thieves, men I had seen before. But the 3rd man was different. People called him by many names. Some said Yeshua, some said the Nazarene, some said the Son of God. When I looked closely at him, I saw deep marks of whipping across his body, as if they had tried not only to break his flesh, but also his soul. On his head was a crown of thorns. Blood flowed from his face down to his neck, yet in his eyes there was no hatred, no anger, no fear, only a strange and powerful peace. When he was ordered to carry the wooden cross, he lifted it without protest, took a few steps, and then fell to the ground. The crowd laughed, some spat on him, some pushed him, but he remained silent. At that moment, a thought entered my mind. This man looked less like a criminal and more like a traveler who had reached the end of a long journey. We arrived at Golgotha. The sun was burning, the stones were hot beneath our feet. The cross was laid on the ground, and his body was placed upon it. Now my work began, the work I had done many times before, driving nails. I held his hand, placed the nail, and lifted the hammer. Usually prisoners scream, curse, and beg for their lives, but he did none of that. He looked at me, and that look disturbed me deeply. There was no hatred in it, no anger. It felt as if he was seeing something inside me. The officer shouted, "Strike!" I hit the nail once, then again, then a 3rd time. He was in pain, but the words that came from his lips froze my hands. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." He was suffering, yet he was praying for us. That moment shattered everything I believed. The cross was raised, and he hung between heaven and earth. The 2 thieves screamed in agony, but he remained silent. People mocked him. "If you are the Son of God, save yourself." Blood flowed from his body. His breathing became heavy. Still, there was peace on his face. Then I saw a woman standing below the cross, tears running from her face. Beside her stood a young man. From the cross he spoke softly, "Woman, this is your son," and to the young man, "This is your mother." Even while dying, he cared for others more than himself. I could not understand this. Suddenly, the sky darkened, the sunlight vanished, the air grew cold, the crowd fell silent. My heart began to tremble. Then he cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And with his final breath, the earth shook, the rocks split, and fear seized everyone. From my lips came words I never planned to say. Surely, this man was the Son of God. That evening, we were ordered to guard his tomb. I thought the story had ended, but the story was only beginning. The night was deep. The stars watched silently above us. 3 of us soldiers sat near the tomb. His face kept returning to my mind. Then, suddenly, the ground began to tremble. The wind grew strong. A light descended upon the tomb, brighter than fire, brighter than lightning. The heavy stone moved by itself, and the tomb was empty.
My body went numb. The man who had died was alive. Death had lost. The next morning we were summoned. We were told to say, "The disciples stole the body while we slept." Silver coins were placed in our hands, but my hands were shaking. Truth burned inside me. Days passed. Then one day I saw him again, alive. The same eyes, the same peace. He looked at me not with anger, not with blame, and he said, "You are forgiven." In that moment I understood something. Faith is not born from the sword. Faith is born from love. I was still a Roman soldier, but inside I was no longer the same man. Rome had given me orders, but this man had given me life. The man we crucified had raised my soul from death. That man was Jesus Christ. The one who drove the nails became a witness. The one who carried out the sentence found the truth, and the death that was meant to end a story became the beginning of faith. Even today, his voice seems to ask, "When the truth stands before you, how long will you run from it?"